Yes, it has been a while since I've
It
seen you,
has
eh?
been.
So
Yeah,
beautiful that you are.
you are, and I love your lively plant behind.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yes, I have to water her a little bit more. But yes.
yeah, yeah. It's been a while. When did we last see each other? Or I mean, chat.
Chad, I don't know, 1 year? No, I don't
Yeah,
know.
half a year, no,
Half a year.
something like
Yes,
that.
passes so quickly.
Yeah, yeah. How have you been?
Very good, very good. Actually, you're the first one today that I'm starting a new phase in my life. So
Hmm.
yes, yesterday was my last day at the full-time job. So I'm very happy with everything that is coming now, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, took a
Wow.
difficult decision, but the decision, a choice that comes from the heart, and what the heart says, it's for you to follow.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations, then.
Thank you.
I mean, I can tell your energy, your
Mm,
aura. It's light and bright and big smiles and
mm. Thank
yeah.
you.
Oh,
Thank you.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, so how does your now that you're like fully here, how does your week look like?
Well, today beautiful because I have you, and then I have other conversations. But today is only you for the leadership circle, so it's beautiful. I love that, and I really
Yeah.
appreciate it from the heart to have you today with me. And then, well, these days organizing myself today. I have to organize myself. I haven't had time to look into the weeks. But what I was thinking yesterday is that I've been working on weekends since 2012. And
Mm.
I think I will have a bit more time now on the weekends, because what I did on extra hours, let's say extra hours, no, um, I can do during the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Wow.
that will be very nice. Yes.
Yeah. Wow. New things ahead. I
Yes,
love
yes.
it. I
But I
love
know you
it.
have the same, no? You have new things ahead.
I do have
Yeah.
new things ahead. I think I always have new things.
Yeah, I know. We are like that.
Yeah, yeah.
This
But
is
I feel like so it's I just realized that it's like February. We're almost going into the middle of February, almost.
almost there.
But for me, it feels like I'm just starting my year, if I'm
Mm-hmm.
being honest. Like I felt like I'm just starting my year. I'm just starting something. Maybe because I was like in a holiday mode in December, January. I was traveling. I was in the Philippines for a while with my family.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, when you come back, it's like, uh, jet lag and all of
Yes.
the things. So I needed some time to kind of like drop all of that before I feel ready to start my year. I was back in Madrid the second week of Jan. Oh, can you hear that? There's like
Oh,
an
that's
ambulance
very low.
coming
Yeah.
very, very close to me. Um, yeah, I came back to Madrid like the second week of January. So I felt like
Mm-hmm.
I used up all the days of January
Mm-hmm.
to refresh, re energize, just ground myself and center myself and ask myself, what is this I really want to do? Who do I want to be stepping into this year?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I feel like I'm just starting. It's in the we're almost in the middle of February, but I feel like I'm just starting. So we're in the same space,
Yes, I
starting
love that. I
something.
love that. I was thinking of that because I'm like you in the same space. I'm starting something new. Not that I'm starting something new. It's like you. I am who I am, and I create what I love, and I've been doing that. But it's the new phase, no? It's a
Yeah.
new beginning of really more really leadership, people leadership, and for me, this true leadership, no love, uniqueness, and co-creation. So in everything I will be doing, but it's now starting,
Yeah.
also mid-February. So it's
Yeah.
this energy in which you and me are today. Is this yes,
Yeah.
starting and with an open heart. No, it's not a start that we've been so busy and
Yeah.
complicated before. No, we
Yeah.
were, I think, preparing
Hmm.
ourselves, adjusting ourselves into what is to come.
Yeah, absolutely. Because how would you be able to receive if you are not ready?
Mm-hmm.
Or if your plate is full? Or if you're tired? Like, how can
Mm-hmm.
you step into that? I feel like that's going to be like you're setting yourself up for failure.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's also yeah, letting go of other things, no, to let in new things, whatever they are.
Yeah.
And the other thing I love is that it's about jumping in the unknown, but in the being of being today. So it doesn't
Mhm.
matter where we're going, because we I trust, and I know you, we're trusting that we're going to be what is for us to be and create, because yeah, because we are in the now, we are ready, we are open, and living every day, no, in its fullest. So whatever
Mm.
can come, whatever will come, is based on these choices we're taking every day, every moment, by being in our hearts. No?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's this trust and this beautiful yeah, feeling
Yeah.
of walking into the service, no, of something bigger than ourselves. But it
Mm.
doesn't matter what it is, because at the end it's who we are.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. It is about who we are. And I like what you said about letting go and the day by day aspect of things.
Mm-hmm.
It is difficult.
Mm-hmm.
It is difficult, especially in the realms of entrepreneurship where you got to have a strategy. Your inputs has to be in some way, shape, or form planned and prepared to give you the best possible outcome. And letting go of everything you think you know
Mm-hmm.
and, you know, taking things into your own hands, let's say, that's
Yeah.
that is a challenge that I'm going to be honest, I face every day.
Mm-hmm.
Is that letting go of what I think I know, because
Mm-hmm.
honestly, at the end of the day, like what I think I know is not is not trustworthy. Like
Yeah.
my limited mind and
Yeah.
my limited thinking and my limited being is cannot be trusted. It has to be let go of what I think I know and everything that I think I can hold into my hands.
Mm-hmm.
It is through the letting go that we receive. And this has been just my journey in the last I'm gonna be saying the last 3 months, like fully letting go and day by day, like
Mm-hmm.
day by day aligning, like okay, today is this day, like what's one thing that's going to help me move forward, not coming from a place of what I think I know,
Mm-hmm.
but from
Mm-hmm.
sensing around me. And
Yes.
yeah, it is a difficult journey because sometimes you just wake up and you're like, vamos, let's go, what to do, you're like, yes.
And the mind is there and saying
Yeah,
has to, you do have to do.
yeah,
And it's not about doing, it's about
yeah.
being and
It is
flowing.
difficult. It is
Yes.
something. It is something we gotta unlearn,
Mm-hmm.
and I find it's more difficult to unlearn than to learn.
Yes.
At least in my case.
No, no, for me too.
Yeah.
It's all the patterns and everything we learned throughout the
Yeah.
years. It's like last week I'm redoing my website, and I have a beautiful Jennifer Fiedler. She's supporting me and coaching me with the website, and I'm one part I'm a systems engineer, and doing things doing and have structured and going and so, and again, for me, my learning experience, my unlearning experience has been with my websites since 2012,
Mm-hmm.
because through my websites, because of having to and doing, I lost all my savings, because I did my websites many times and I didn't trust myself. I didn't value myself. I was guided by others fully. I didn't, what they said was okay. So lots of money went away.
Oh,
So I learned, I thought I had unlearned to, well, to go slowly, because it's in the now and with the
yeah.
intuition, the insights and all the things. So I take a lot of care of going like that, to be in the day to day, no,
Yeah.
and feeling, like you were saying before, and in intuition, and then responding to intuition.
Mm.
But there I was again last week with the website. So I started, I started working on it, and Jennifer told me, "A, stop it." Stop it, because you are rushing. I know you want to do it. I know you can do
Yeah.
it and everything, but divine timing, Jeannette, remember, we have to do, there are steps to do things, and especially in a website where you want to express who you are.
Mm.
So stop it.
Yeah.
This is strong. Stop it. I had this German IT thing. And take it slowly. Let's do
Mm.
things that, and it's true. And it's like that. It's the
Yeah.
unlearning curve is very, very
Yeah.
difficult.
Yeah.
And when
Yeah.
I thought I had it already there, I'm going slow, I'm responding, I'm listening, I'm observing inside, I'm living from the inside out. No, no, the mind jumps in with the websites, and it's showing me that, well, I still have a lot more to unlearn,
Yeah.
to go slow with the heart. But it's such a beautiful experience to see, no, and to acknowledge what's happening to you, how you are acting, no,
Mm-hmm.
and um, and saying stop it, wait, go, and learning, well,
Mm.
unlearning through that, no, every
Yeah.
day. But
Yeah.
yes, it's difficult.
Yeah. What has been your, let's say, anchor? What has been your anchor when you just become aware that you are okay? I'm too much in the doing, in the thinking, in the action. Like, how do you catch yourself when you are there?
Well, I seems I learned a lot to observe myself in everything, and what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling,
Yeah.
and how what's happening outside and how I'm reacting. I'm seeing myself doing those things.
Mm.
And when I see myself doing the things, I remind to go into the heart. It's a feeling for me. It's I do a lot of switching from the mind to the heart.
Mm.
I feel the heart and I go into the heart, and it
Mm.
it completely brings me to peace.
Mm.
It relaxes me, and I'm able to see things differently, and the heart pumping and everything calms down. So
Yeah.
it's really to be in the heart. When I see myself in distress or so, I just breathe and feel the heart and go there. And then, well, I change my mindset, no, at that moment,
Mm.
and or talk to my mind and say, hey,
Mm.
that's not working like that. Change
Yeah.
it. No, it's
Yeah.
really this observation, no?
Yeah.
Inner observation,
Yeah.
contemplation.
Yeah. Yeah. And part of this, I'm part of a lot of like, I find myself being in a lot of mastermind groups at the moment. And it's funny how you say, how you call the term mastermind,
Mm-hmm.
right? Um, but I understand it's the term that most people understand. They
Mm-hmm.
recall when you say mastermind, they understand what it is versus a co-development space. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
what is that? Right?
Yes, yes.
It's like mastermind and a co-development. So what is that? A lot of people would find it difficult to connect with the second
Mm-hmm.
word. But
Mm-hmm.
for the lack of a better term, I'm part of a lot of mastermind groups at the moment. And in this very specific one, it's designed for heart centered creators.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a meeting last week, and I really, really loved what one of them said in the call. And he said, the hardest and most difficult journey is the journey from your mind to your heart. And I was like, damn, yeah, that's right. That's
Yes,
right. Yeah.
yes. It takes a lot of, as I say, exploration, experiencing, and practicing,
Mm.
constant, to really learn to go to the heart,
Yeah.
unlearn to go to the heart,
Yeah.
because we've been educated and trained to be in our minds
Yeah.
and to do instead of being, no?
Yeah.
So it's, yes, again, a lot of unlearning. But once you are in the heart, and once you are in the heart, you have experienced that, and your life changes
For sure.
completely, because
For sure.
decisions, choices, everything changes. Your mind changes. Your mind becomes the servant of the heart.
Yeah.
Usually it's the other way around.
Yeah.
So when you are in your heart, the mind is the servant. So it's really translating what the heart is saying.
Mhm.
So everything that you share comes from that, no? And then it's when you also uncover your uniqueness,
Yeah.
no? Because
Yeah.
you start discovering so many skills and well, gifts that you have, no?
Yeah.
And you acknowledge that everyone is unique. So the value, respect, and love comes for everyone, because you
Mm.
see yourself and you see others, no? And you see that we are the same, but everyone's so uniquely different.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a very, very beautiful journey.
Yeah. I love how you just beautifully said that. And I feel like we need more spaces like that
Mm.
where that is where that is encouraged and it's not seen as a weakness. So for myself, my journey has been, I'm always, I would say the term people would say like emotional.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say I always move with what I feel, with how I feel things. I don't prepare for anything in life. I just get this power from here and I just whatever, right? I don't think too much. I don't plan too much. I don't prepare too much. There is probably some pros and cons there, especially when you have a family. I have a daughter, she's turning 15 next week.
Mm-hmm.
So there's got to be some planning in some at some level. But I just lived my life in that manner for the last 30 plus years. And I felt like that kind of showing up to the world has brought me here. But just just the last 5 years ago, I was in a phase where I needed to think more.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I felt like I needed to think more and be more analytical and be more numbers oriented, like have that sort of intelligence in my head because it's too much. Like my sensing and my emotional intelligence is too much and it's not balanced with my head. And I was in that space for a while, thinking, preparing, really calculating the risks. If I take 2 steps, then where would it take me next? Like this kind of like strategic thinking. um, it was a challenge,
Mm-hmm.
to be honest, because it's not how I am as a
Mm-hmm.
person. I needed to learn it. There are some benefits in learning that, but I find myself always coming back to that heart,
Yeah.
that creating value from
Mm-hmm.
that place. And so, how I mix these two right now in my life is I do every time I find myself stressed,
Mm-hmm.
and I normally would easily like feel it in my body when I'm stressed, because here this muscle here and this here start to feel like tensed, and
Uh-huh.
then my eyes just kind of like feel tired when you're zoomed in on a thing so much.
Mm-hmm.
And just the posture of your body too, it's kind of like moving forward like this when you're just supposed to be like relaxed and open like that. So every time I find myself in that thinking mode again, I just, okay, relax, switch back, like open. Like I find myself exerting more energy when I
Mm-hmm.
think versus when I just am me. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
that has been my journey. And I'm glad that you say that so beautifully, because I mean, if you're being honest, there's just very few people, and especially in the working world that we have right now, that
Yeah.
honors that, encourages that, opens to people, opens that kind of conversations to the people around them. It's always the thinking. It's always what we need to do. What is the plan? What is the strategy? What's the reason behind this? Everything needs to have a reason before someone can do it. So I'm really glad that you just said that in the way that you did. And I'm glad that there are more and more and more people being called, let's say, being
Mm-hmm.
awakened, let's say,
Yes.
in this way of living.
Yes. Yes. For me, it has been a great change in allowing myself to be in the heart everywhere. I saw it in this phase I just finished. Yesterday was a very, very emotional day for me. I cried a lot with my team, with my people,
Mm,
um, because, well, I love them a lot, and I've been with
mm,
them 7 years. I grew them. I've grown with them, and I've been with them. And what I've done with them is really always being open-hearted,
mm,
guiding them in IT to really love, to really be open, to be themselves and love what they are creating. So I'm motivating them to find a spot at work that grows them, and
yeah.
that they feel they're professionally growing. So I discovered that even in IT, you are able to lead like that
Mm,
in the heart, from the heart,
mm,
because I was guiding them counseling them every 2 weeks at least,
mm,
always having a session with them. And when I was there, I was being there with them, feeling them, seeing where they could fit into the strategy of the company and moving them towards there
mm,
so that they could grow in the
mm,
company with what they were doing and with who they were, and letting them know that it's nice and perfectly beautiful to be able to express themselves as they are. They didn't have to have blockages, because when they
yeah.
express themselves as they are, there's a communication,
Mm,
transparent communication. And the communication is key in any relationship, personal,
yeah.
work, everywhere. No? So I learned to be in my heart also in IT, in leadership, and how it changed the environment, how it changes people, how the business grows with that.
Mm,
Before I didn't. I did in the prior company. I did not allowed to come through it because I was a lot pushed down by the bosses over there. They were very IT also, but at the end, I didn't value myself, so I didn't bring it through, no? And here, yes. So I know
Mm.
that being in the heart, being emotional, being open-hearted all the time is okay, and that's who we are.
Yeah.
And that transforms.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's amazing. It's a beautiful transformation you see around and
Yeah.
people everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm curious what made you decide that yesterday was your last day. What was the after 7 years?
Yes. Well, it was well, my heart for sure, the knowing, no, but the knowing comes from specific experiences. No, last year I had, and one of them was I was in South Africa. We went to a safari to friends with friends, and I saw I was there with friends of mine I haven't seen for 2 or 3 years, and they shared with me how I had impacted them with certain sharings and conversations, that I had. And I also saw that how impactful is living in the now, sharing really without the mind blocking or limiting yourself. So I said, look, Jeannette, it's time. You
Mm.
you are really impacting with this. It's time for you to do it all the
Mm.
time and to move on where you can show others how to do that, no?
Mm.
And also counseling and the podcast and everything. But the beauty was when I came back, it was in early December, and I came back and I had a call from a friend from the prior company, a friend that also knows how I work in this one. And he said, Jeannette, I just, he's a partner in a company, and said, I just got out of a meeting, a workshop, where I was told that my company has to be closed, sold, or have a leader to motivate the people and into the strategy and everything. And he said, I thought of you. I need you. I need you to help me part-time, whatever you need. I need you. No? So I said, wow, this is
Yeah.
actually one thing I will start next week. It's a half-time work, but it's what I needed, aligned
Mm.
with who I am
Yeah.
and with what I ambitioned to do,
Yeah.
and with an income that can help
Yeah.
me to
Of course.
myself. And then, well, in December, I had all my family with me. And yeah, when I said, it's time. The phase
No.
is done. I've learned everything. So I take
Yeah.
the decision. And I took the
Oh.
decision. And it was very, very, very hard
Mm.
from my mind and from letting go of my team, my people.
Yeah.
But when you know, you know, so you have to do it. Because I'm
Yeah.
not for Jeannette here,
Yeah.
personality. I'm here servicing in service of something greater than myself.
Absolutely.
So my heart is guiding me, and it's me to follow
Yeah.
and trust.
Yeah. Yeah. Were there any fears around that?
Fear not, because I trust in what's coming. It was what I dealt the most. What this was the letting go of what I call my people, my team, that I
Yeah.
love so much. But good thing I can still continue around. I'm in the same
Mm.
city, so
Yeah.
I had to understand that it was okay. It was more that the leaving behind, the coming is I don't have a fear. I don't have anything. I'm what comes is so beautifully, and I feel it, and I know, and I trust it, and I don't know what I will
Yeah.
be doing. Let's say in future,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I know I'm being held and I know this is my path. And not saying it, not having taken the decision, would have gone against who I am,
Yeah. Yeah.
my integrity, no, and my sovereignty. So I cannot say no.
Yeah. Yeah. That was
So yes,
beautiful. Yeah.
yes,
A divine calling,
hmm,
I would like to say.
yes, yes.
Mm.
The knowing.
Yeah.
Yes. So, well, Trish, I appreciate so much sharing with you today, being with you today, and to continue other days also, not necessarily in the podcast, but to continue because I felt you from the first time I met you
Mm.
with your workshops,
Yeah.
that they are so beautiful and have such an amazing energy, like you, such
Oh,
a loving and open and
thank you.
energy, very, very nice. So you hold the space beautifully,
Thank you.
and so I felt your heart, and I don't know, you have a beautiful, beautiful essence,
Oh.
and a lot to
I'm
expand.
melting.
No, a lot to
I'm
expand
melting
and
right
grow,
now. Thank
and to
you.
give
Thank you.
and to receive.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. That's so I would say for me, that's hearing someone say, I felt you
Mm-hmm.
from the very beginning, than versus, oh, the workshop was amazing.
Mm.
I would feel more like, oh, yes, I've done a good job if someone tells me that, right? That they felt me, because I have been, and I am trying to be as intentional as I can be
Yes.
every time I show up, whether it's an online engagement, whether it's an in person engagement. I try to open myself and share what is inside me than rather than what is in my head, or what I
Mm-hmm.
know, or what my expertise are,
Mm-hmm.
so thank you for that. That's, yeah, that melts my heart. What a
It's the truth.
lovely way to start my day.
It's the truth, my love. It's the
Yeah.
truth.
Yeah.
I'm really happy. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you too for inviting me today. Also, I need to say that this format that you have introduced me to, this way of not preparing anything, I really adore it. I love it. So it's something that I have been doing in the past. Like, I just tell people, don't bring anything, just like come as you are, right?
Yes.
But you have beautifully put them into words. You have articulated them very well in the calendar link that you sent. And I'm
Thank you.
like, yes, this is how I should say. I'm gonna copy this, and this is how I should say it, so that people can feel ready. It's
Mm-hmm.
them I'm inviting, not what's on their head or whatever.
Yes.
And yeah, it's the way that you have put that intention into words is very
Okay.
well articulated, I shall say.
Thank you, Trish.
Mm,
That's beautiful. Yes. Thanks so
yeah,
much. Thank you. Helps a lot.
yeah.
Thank you. Well, take great care. Thank you so much for being
Thank you for allowing me to be.
always.
You have a great day.
You too.